Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Morning, everybody. Well, we're going to jump right on this one because once again, lots of stuff in the news. So let's just jump in and get there, shall we? Let's go. The first big news came out was that Zara and Mike Tyndall were featured in Vogue Australia. How cool is that? And Vogue Australia also included Zara's brother, Peter Phillips, and his girlfriend, Lindsay Wallace. I love the photos. They're down to earth. They're not overly photoshopped. Nobody's dripping in thousands of dollars of couture and jewelry. You know what I mean? It's just them. Nice, sweet photos that show them as they are. This is what I like to see. Very nice photo shoot. I think whoever the photographer was for Vogue did a good job. All right, moving on. His Royal Highness the Duke of Kent went to the Prince Philip Duke of Edinburgh courts for their grand opening. For those who have never heard of this place, like me, this is a care home. I think it's very nice. I love the fact that it's named after Prince Philip. Very sweet. All right, moving on. Here we go. We're back to Sophie. Apparently, there's a big thing happening at Buckingham Palace on Tuesday, and she is going to host royalty from Jordan, Belgium, and Denmark to discuss gender-based violence with survivors and charity. People are screaming that she needs to be made a duchess. We know this is going to happen as soon as Edward is made a duke, which will probably happen on his birthday. All right, moving on. Keeping on with Sophie, she apparently visited one of Brendan Care's community clubs in Romsey recently. She's been a patron of that foundation since 2003, and it's saying that she spent over an hour chatting very animately with a lot of the club members. Now, at a different event, which I believe was on the same day because of the outfit, Sophie met with the Open Site Hampshire's 100 years celebration. We know how much she's about the vision. All right. Now we're going to move on to the Princess of Wales, Catherine, who we know that she's been working for over 10 years on deepening her understanding of early childhood development, and she's been an advocate for putting the spotlight on the major role that the first 5 years in the life of a child have in shaping, a healthier child, as well as a healthier society. And despite all the evidence that shows that experiences in early years can shape the ability to form relationships, be successful, and have good mental and physical health, there's still a lot of work to do to support babies under the age of 5 and their parents and caregivers. Catherine herself wrote, and I'm quoting, "It's not enough is being done if we're going to tackle the sorts of complex challenges we face today, like homelessness, violence, and addiction, which are so often underpinned by poverty and poor mental health. And we have to fully appreciate the most preventative years and do everything we can to nurture our children and those who care for them." Catherine, spot on. We have been watching her champion children's rights. We have been watching her work on, championing the early years as developmental, how important it is. This has always been her thing. It's been her thing for over a decade. And now, after everything she's done, it's finally coming to fruition. And I feel a sense of pride for her because her work has not been in vain. People are listening. People are paying attention. And people are doing things to change, to help children in the first early years to become successful when they're growing up. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud for her, and I know she's proud for herself. Good for her. Have you guys noticed that with this Ripple Award coming up, everybody's screaming racism, racism? Shouty Shola tries to, ruin Camilla's teddy bear, tea with the kids, crying racism and everything. And Angela Levin, who was with Harry for a year and who wrote a book on him, put the following tweet up. "Look how white Meghan's skin color looks. That's not racist. That's an observation. Here's the photo. She's whiter than I am. That is an observation, and it's a correct observation. When she's not slathering herself in self-tanner because she's trying to, do something with the Black Lives Movement, that's her natural color. All right, moving on. Next up, Andrew is saying that his taxpayer-funded security within a few weeks is going to be removed. He's very upset. Here's the thing. It's like Harry. He may be a son of the king, but, now he's a brother of the king. But guess what? He doesn't work for the family. He's on his own property. So if Harry can't get security, neither can he. You know what I mean? And it's all because of this woman who's been proven now to be a liar and a plagiarizer Alan Dershowitz, the case against him was just dropped because she said she might have made a mistake. I'm still looking at the picture on the left behind Andrew and the fact that this next picture was taken the same day. She's wearing the same outfit and there's no picture there. That just tells me right there it's been manipulated. All right, moving on. All right, I'm just going to touch on this. Apparently, Beatrice's husband and the sister's husband went into some sort of business with Fergie. It's not looking well. Jack Brooksbank is, and the other one are apparently, quitting Fergie's little business. You don't go into business with family members. I think that's just an obvious thing, but, all right, moving on. Now we're on to Camilla. Buckingham Palace named her companion. She doesn't have the traditional ladies in waiting. Some of these women are going to be with her at the Violence Against Women and Girls thing that's coming up. There's a total of 6 ladies who will support her as she carries out her duties. One of them is the lady above, Lady Sarah Keswick, whose husband retired as Arsenal chairman in 2020 after spending 15 years on the board at the North London Football Club. Here's another one of the young ladies above next to Camilla. Her name is Sarah Troughton. Rounding it out is Lady Catherine Brooke. We have Fiona, the Marchioness of Lansdowne, who's an interior decorator. We have Jane Vine Westenholz, who's the mother of the woman who introduced Harry to Meghan. And Baroness Carlin Chisholm. All right. Next up, we know that William and Catherine are getting ready to come to the United States for the Earthshot Prize. And if anything, this trip highlights and underscores that they are not Harry and Meghan. And as it was said in the article, there's nothing wrong with getting an award, but it shows the fundamental difference between the two couples. One has a constitutional role, they're working on behalf of others, whereas the other one is running around grabbing awards trying to be celebrity. It's being pointed out that William and Catherine are bringing with them nothing but sheer joy, power, and glamour. And they're not going to be in Harry and Meghan's shadow. Actually, I think Harry and Meghan days later are going to be in their shadow, big time. The only way anybody's getting into Catherine and William's awards is by invitation only, whereas you can buy your way into Harry and Meghan's awards, knowing that some of that money is going to end up with Harry and Meghan. And by the way, I don't know how true it is, but I have seen online that they're having trouble selling tickets. People are trying very hard to get in to see William and Catherine. Oh, I also find it very interesting that, of course, Harry and Meghan put out an invitation to help William and Catherine with the awards ceremony. And of course, Catherine and William said, thank you, no thank you. So if their stuff is all that great, why are they wanting to get in with the Earthshot Awards? Exactly. All right, moving on to the award, that Ripple Award. I've already shown you what Australian News had to say about it. It's unbelievable. Well, now more people are coming out, and US TV host on Fox Business had something to say about all of this. So why don't you guys listen to this?
Robert F. Kennedy's daughter, Kerry, is going to honor Prince Harry and Meghan at a New York City gala for their, get this, heroic stance against structural racism of the royal family. How brave are they? Royal commentator and my good friend Neil Sean joins me now. Great to see you, Neil. Look, this isn't going to heal any rift there might be between Prince Harry and the royal family, right?
Lovely to see you as well, Ashley. Absolutely. Well, the problem is this, they're getting an award. I mean, normally when you get an award, whether it be the Cannes Film Festival, Oscar, Grammy, Tony, you normally get it for a performance. Now, this appears to have been sort of misguided, really, because it should be really an award for an appearance for lying on the Oprah Winfrey Show, because the bottom line is that it's all about institutional racism against the British monarchy. But they haven't named anybody. They couldn't actually get their story correct. She said sensations. He said 2 years previously. It's a bit of a shambles, really.
A big thank you to Jody on Twitter for this. I think we all know who the actual racist in the family is. I think somebody needs to go outside of those awards, hold up that picture of Harry dressed as a Nazi and go, yeah, And it's coming out that if anybody in the world should get an anti-racism award, it's King Charles, not Harry. People are pointing out that the Prince Charles started the Princess Trust, which has helped countless disadvantaged children, many from minority backgrounds. And then you have Harry and Meghan that are sitting in their mansion whinging about daddy cutting them off and how their children couldn't call themselves prince and princess. And, the equivalence just isn't really apparent, is it? This Is Us on Twitter had the perfect comment. They named their daughter after the head of the institution that they've accused of racism. They beg for titles for their kids, and they use theirs from the same institution and show up to events honoring it. And exactly what was said on the Australian news. They were literally like cats scratching at the door trying to get to the Queen when she was dying. Like US VA girl said on Twitter, Kerry Kennedy was getting so much flack about this award that she had to defend them, and she went too far, and it's made a huge mess. I also agree with what the Countess here said. Even if Harry made a public statement revealing the lie, which, by the way, that would never happen, even if he rejected the award, he'd still have to deal with the wrath of those who paid for a place at his table, although I don't think that many people are paying, to be honest. Teresa Longo said it best. Deep down, he knows the award and the online hatred campaign is going to lead into the other actions. He knows that he's been told if this goes forward, that's the end for him. He's been warned. Now, we know because we've already talked about it before that the removal of titles bill is going to have its second reading. I believe it's December 9th. And the idea behind this was to remove the title from Andrew, but it looks like the king can use it to also remove the title from Harry. And remember, Meghan's title is honorary, so if you remove it from Harry, there goes Meghan's also. Resting Dollface said it best. Look at these dates, okay? There's a lot of stuff going on in November. On the 6th, the Ripple of Hope Award. On the 8th, the Netflix thing is coming out. The book is being released. And before that, on the 29th, Meghan is supposed to be in Indianapolis giving that award or giving that speech, although it looks like they're having trouble getting people to pay for the tables there as well. Here we go. A thing was put out from the Sussex Community Events letting everybody know that the team helped prepare a Thanksgiving lunch for over 300 downtown Women's Center residents in Los Angeles. Unfortunately, what's being reported is they showed up, did a few photos, and left. That sounds very familiar. And FYI, that is not Harry and Meghan in the photos. I doubt they even went down there. The Sussex team, their employees went down there. Harry and Meghan apparently did not go. Not shocked. All right, moving on. All right, these kinds of articles are coming out saying that Prince Harry is being pushed to criticize his family by his wife. Okay, tell us something that we don't know. It doesn't take a genius to figure that one out. All right, the next thing that's coming out is that Harry is concerned because we know that the Queen was very close to her dresser. I believe that's the same young lady that Meghan got into it with because she called and said, "I want the crown right now." And the woman said, "No, that's not how it works." And he's afraid she might spill the beans. I'd be afraid too. All right, they're reporting now, a book just came out that said that the Queen had bone marrow cancer and that the whole family knew it. And they're saying that that really gives you insight into the Queen's relationship with Harry and Meghan, because they knew that she had bone marrow cancer. They knew she was sick. She invited them to come to see her, and they said no. So as far as that loving relationship they had, that Meghan said, they could just pick up the phone and call her anytime. Sorry, I don't believe it. All right, I'm going to end this video with this. I had to put this in here. I'm sorry. Apparently, I missed this earlier. When Harry and Meghan were in Morocco, they handed Harry some food to try. Harry took a big bite. Why not? He's a guy. And Meghan immediately goes, "Big bite?" And Harry just looked at her, shocked. And of course, she tried to make it, funny. So she grabbed his arm and did that fake laugh that she does, trying to laugh at her. Watch this. All right, you guys, you know what I want. Leave those comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell. Don't forget to double check if you've already hit the button to make sure you are still subscribed, okay? Don't forget to go up into the description box where the links are to my Twitter, my Getter, my Rumble, my email address, and my Patreon in case you want to follow me on Patreon. For those of you who've donated to my coffee fund and through the thanks button, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.